Sami Zayn gets an offer he can't refuse. Liv goes to Hollywood, and Logan Paul wants the gold. This is City Wrestling Radio.
Give me a hell yeah!
Welcome back to City Wrestling Radio. I'm your host, Corey Smith, being joined, as always, by my co-host with the co-most, Mr. Jose Oseguera. How are you today, sir?
Hey, doing well. How's everybody out there in the internet's doing? I hope well. I hope everybody's enjoying the shows this weekend, and we're going to talk about one of them.
Well, yes. What do you call it? We are 1 week removed from WrestleMania, so it's the post Raw.
Yes.
I'm kidding. Somebody asked me that. They were like, "Is this the post Raw after Mania?" I was like, "No, it's the post."
Yeah.
And then I was thinking, how many weeks can you keep that going for? Like the
Just two.
post.
You only get two posts.
Anyways, yeah, eventful week. Let's get right into it. Monday Night Raw this week. Kicked off with Seth, Braun, and Paul Heyman coming out to the ring. It was really funny. They came out and Braun Breaker is in a suit, and I've never seen somebody more uncomfortable in a suit.
Yeah. Where are my jeans?
Braun Breaker. He is just like, where is my oversized track pants and my tank top?
Yeah.
I need my pre-workout shaker right now.
Yeah.
Because he literally, there's a few times where, okay, I'll put it like this. As a big guy, there's a few times where I've done the, pull the shirt out because you feel like it's like, touching your belly a little bit.
I do it maybe 2 or 3 times a show. Yeah.
What do you call it? Braun was doing that because it was touching his muscles.
Yeah.
And he's just like,
so constrained.
All right.
I should have got wider shoulders on this thing.
But out comes Seth Rollins, and he says it might be difficult for Punk or Roman Reigns fans going forward, but says the group we're looking at is now the future of the industry. Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins, who's been there for 10 plus years, and Braun Breaker. Yeah, I mean, They did say tonight he is the key to their plans, whatever that is.
Yeah. And what's funny is on social media websites, like Twitter, X, Instagram, all those places, anywhere where you get a cool little wrestling feed, you could tell which generation is which that's posting, because the older generation refers to this new group as the Dangerous Alliance, the Poly Alliance.
Yeah.
And newer fans, they call it Evolution 2.0, the new Evolution. It's neither, you guys. This is something new.
I call them the Nation of Domination.
Yeah.
Or Los Boricuas.
Oh, that's even better.
Or the Odysseys, maybe? I don't know. That might work.
The Oddities, yeah.
Yeah. The Oddities. They could be the Odysseys because it's,
there
different.
you go. Yeah.
But basically, out comes Sami Zayn after this, and he comes out to just tell Seth Rollins, he's like, "Hey, this is a load of crap, dude. All right, what's going on?" And I feel like, didn't Sami do this like last week or the other week, where he came out and kind of was like, "What's going on here?" It to me, I was like, "Okay, Sami, I get it. You want to tell everyone they're fucking up, but Braun Breaker's in the ring right now, and you saw what he did to Carlito."
Yeah, he's always been somewhat of a voice of reason, not always, but for the better part of his good guy career, he's always been the voice of reason. Yeah. Don't you see the facts? Don't you see this is the wrong way to go, Kevin?
Sami was saying that one thing that Roman and Punk have in common is the one thing that Seth has aligned himself with, and that's Paul Heyman. Basically, come to the end of this, Sami Zayn says, or not Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins says, "Look it, Sami, I like you. I don't want you to get in our way because we will hurt you. So this is what we'll do. This is the offer. We will get you transferred to SmackDown, and you can be out of our way. And you have till the end of the show."
He didn't even try to recruit him.
No, he's like, "Hey, listen, you're my friend.
Yeah.
Just I'm going to be nice here."
He did kind of like, "Do you want to join? Do you not want to join? You don't want to join, do you?" No. Nah, you're not going to join.
No, yeah. You're not going to join, right? Yeah, I know you. Yeah. All right, it's fine. So it's like the show long storyline here is will Sami go to SmackDown?
Stay tuned. He has to the end of the show.
Next up, a first match of the night: Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez has a pretty new look on her. She has her new hair, kind of Cora Jade-esque look going on. Very.
I didn't see that, but yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Let's see. Rhea Ripley, I feel like, is just wearing less clothes by every episode.
Right? Yeah.
Like, like she used to come out in like leather kind of shorts with, you know,
She used to come on full pants.
she was in a swimsuit last night, and
Yes,
that's
she was.
fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine. But I
For
was
the
just like,
for the past couple of appearances, she's
it
been
looked.
in that.
I was just to me, I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah.
Roxanne, like I said, basically, long story short, Julia comes out to the ring. There was a nice V trigger spot to Roxanne by, or at least a knee spot to Roxanne by Rhea Ripley. Ripley goes for the riptide, and Julia comes in for the DQ. Io Sky runs down for the save, but the heels fight them off. What did you think of this, Jose?
Really fun match.
What do you think of Julia and Roxanne on the main roster?
I like it. They're gelling. On NXT, I caught a little bit of it just right now. I like the chemistry that's building with the ladies. I like this whole thing. Please continue.
Yeah, a lot of people. My fiance, she has become a huge wrestling fan in the past 2 weeks.
Welcome aboard.
She likes Julia. She's a big fan of Julia, a big fan of Io. Rhea, not so much. She likes Roxanne. And also randomly Owen Hart.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know how that. Well, okay. What it was is it was the Stone Cold ATV crash, right? Which led to him getting his neck broken. She researched that. How did he get his neck broken? Owen Hart. What happened to Owen Hart? Researching all of that. She watched Over the Edge like twice. What? I can't even sit through it once.
Yeah.
And my fiance watched it twice. I'm just saying.
Didn't we try once?
She
I think we
might be more devoted of a wrestling fan. And she actually pointed something out to me. Something I never heard before. And you may have heard this. And you know, I didn't translate it. I don't know. But during the broadcast, you know, there's an English and Spanish commentary. Spanish commentary, their mics were on when Owen fell. And supposedly you can hear the moment he hits the mat. And she played this for me, and you hear them talking, and it's so you hear the video package in the background, the Blue Blazer video package. And I'm listening. You could hear them. They're like kind of going over some notes, and they go, amigo, and you hear,
what?
And I was like, you could hear something, and it's a mat. It hits. You know the sound of someone hitting a mat.
Yeah.
And I was like, that was the sound of Owen Hart dying.
Yeah.
I want to say allegedly, just because I don't know if that'll get me in any trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But he does it. He did hit turnbuckle first, then hit Matt.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. I mean,
according to the sound. Well, that's what I hear. Right.
Yeah. And if that was the case, that would be why it wasn't a huge hit to the mat.
Yeah.
But anyways, I'm not saying go look it up. It did kind of give me chills listening.
Yeah, that's kind of
especially being someone who saw it live or watched it live.
I watched it on TV too live. Faces of Death vibes there. Remember that series?
All right, back to Monday Night Raw.
Speaking of Faces of Death, Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. Finn Balor backstage. He said, "Oh, JD, it's good to have you back, little buddy. But why didn't you tell me?" And he says, "Well," and he said, "Well, Finn, this is why I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you because I told Dom, and Dom was supposed to tell you. Well, why didn't Dom tell me? I don't know why he didn't tell you." I'm trying to work on my Irish accent.
Well, he apparently called Dom to congratulate him, and then that's when I don't like that. Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
It's random, but you know what's funny is every time Judgment Day they're backstage, they're always playing 2K25 or 2K24. Tonight they were playing. It was Dominic versus Triple H in a one-on-one match.
Oh, I didn't see the Triple H.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Well, I saw Triple H. I saw. Okay. Yeah.
Well, whoever it was, the competitor was on the ground, and Dom was stomping him out.
Overwatched Liv Morgan, and she says, "Hey guys, you better get ready for your match that they got for you. It's a #1 contendership match against the Viking Raiders later tonight." Balor's okay with that because, but the only thing is, this is next time you guys make decisions, let me in on it, and that's fair. That's
totally fair. Yeah, I mean, you think he'd had enough? They're constantly making decisions without his regard.
So.
He's getting title shots. And I feel like title shots.
Like Judgment Day just keeps winning titles. Like even Carlito, he says like, "Oh, I want a title. That'd be cool."
Yeah,
I'm like, is Carlito going to win the IC title or the US title now? Which he's a former US champion.
He's going to bring out the 24/7 champ.
Could be, or beat Travis Scott for that hardcore title.
I'd much rather he do that. Let's go.
But yeah, no, I mean, where is this Judgment Day thing going? Like at this point, like it just
I don't
seems
know.
like
It's
it's
kind of
never ending.
it's spinning in circles, right?
It's like the age-old thing in wrestling is like always draw it out some more, go slower. I feel like they have just halted the brakes on like everything, and they are barely coasting.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's another conversation, but I feel like it's been very jarring ever since post WrestleMania.
Mhm.
I really think I mean, I'm pretty sure the rest of the internet thinks that there's like some type of power struggle going on between Trips and Rock.
Mhm.
And I'm sure this is Triple H's version of like a soft reboot of the product.
Could be. Could be. Next up, we have Logan Paul coming out to the ring, and he says he's accomplished a lot in WWE, but he says now he wants to win a world championship and calls out Jey Uso.
He said he's done it all. He hasn't won any NXT titles. He hasn't
No.
won a Rumble.
No
He
tag
hasn't
titles.
won no IC.
Wait. Yeah. Did he win a title? He won the US title.
He won the US title.
Okay.
Money in the Bank. He hasn't won that. Win that, then talk some shit.
Yeah. I think Cody should win that.
The Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
I'm down.
And hanging over Cena's head the entire just like you don't know when I'm going to cash it in, and then eventually, all right, next week it's you and me.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah, that's totally the way good guys do it. They pre-plan their cash in.
But fuck with him the entire time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like run out to the ring and just be like,
yeah,
like that. Anyway, sorry. He calls out Jey Uso, but Jey Uso comes out. He says after 15 years, it's not like he's going to hand the title over to some punk ass YouTuber. I said, whoa, buddy. Hey, come on. Come on.
Yeah. What's wrong with YouTube? Jeez.
Yeah. I love YouTube. Come on, algorithm, pick me up. But he says he's done more in the past, or Logan says he's done more in the past 4 years than Jay's done in the past 15. And then Logan gets super kicked. And it seems like we're having this match set for Backlash, Jey Uso versus Logan Paul for the title. I'm scared, man. I'm scared they might put the title on Logan.
No, first title defense. That's not going to happen.
I know, but we were talking, I think, after Mania, kind of saying, Jey Uso might be a transitional champion.
He can defend once and still be transitional.
That's true. Next up, we have War Raiders versus Judgment Day. New Day's on commentary this entire match. They're kind of building up Ivar, but also calling him fat the entire match.
Yeah,
like, he was great. He was great when Eric was gone, but yeah, it's not like he ever cut calories. Cut the dead weight. He can't. Cut weight.
The dead weight stuff is what I got down on the notes. Yeah, that's hilarious.
I was like, all right, guys. So Ivar, there was one spot though where Ivar hit the LED board pretty hard. Eric went out of the ring. He was just like, "You all right over there? You're good? Okay, you're good." Eventually, though, JD is on the top row. Well, Carlito dropped his apple into the ring. That's key to this, distracting the referee. JD McDonough is on the top rope, and Penta just out of nowhere just knocks JD McDonough over, and the War Raiders get to hit the War Machine on JD McDonough at the pin and the win, getting a tag team title shot. What do you think of this rehashing of War Raiders versus the New Day?
I mean, if it not the New Day, please. New Day needs to move on.
New Day's champions.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I love New Day. I love.
Doesn't matter. Yeah, they're involved no matter what.
Yeah, no, I love New Day. I'm not a fan of War Raiders. New cosplayers. I'm not a fan. They lost me a while ago. I mean, they're athletic. They're dope. Their athleticism is really good. They're really good workers. I love it all, but the whole shell of it, not a fan.
You know what killed the War Raiders for me is the up and down with creative. And it's not their fault at all. It's Vince's fault. It's WWE's fault. I don't want to say Vince's for sure, but it's probably Vince's fault. By saying, "Oh, you're War Machine, you're the War Raiders, you're the Viking Raiders, you're the Viking Experience. Now you're this, now you're that. Come out with t-shirts. Nope. Now come out in cosplay. Now do this, now do that." And it's just like, how were we ever supposed to get behind these guys when they were like one of the most legit badass tag teams who held the Ring of Honor tag titles, the new IWGP tag titles, you know what I mean? Before coming into NXT as a War Machine. Yeah. So to me, it's WWE's killed the War Raiders.
Yeah.
And it's a hard name to say. Everybody screws it up.
Yeah.
Even Xavier screwed it up tonight.
Yeah.
Once a week, somebody on air will mess up and say the War Raiders. Yes, the War Raiders.
Yes. Yeah. And it seems like we keep going through the cycle. Well, not anymore because Vince is gone, but we kept going through the cycle where we had Bludgeon Brothers, we had the Axe and Smash, and all these gimmicky tag teams.
I like how you go from like one tag team from 5 years ago to a tag team from like
20 years ago. Yeah, yeah. But it's just a constant. It's always there in the mix, and it never goes anywhere.
Yeah,
It's always just dead on arrival.
Yeah. Yeah, Bludgeon Brothers, that was a lame gimmick.
Oh, so bad.
I don't know, Demolition. I was like 2. I was pretty awesome when I was 2, though, man.
Yeah, I was a little bit older, but it was just a total ripoff of Road Warriors.
But being, I did look at them and I'm like, why are you guys wearing like dominatrix leather?
Mm-hmm. They're trying. They're Road Warriors light.
Yeah. Backstage, Sami Zayn is just randomly talking with Otis. In walks Paul Heyman. He's basically saying, either take the offer or don't, and you're gonna die.
Yeah,
you will die. And the one thing I just can't stop staring at, and I just don't get why it is, it's probably something to do with Sami Zayn's. You know what? It's probably his religion, so I probably don't want to say anything. But it's just he has so much hair.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of hair.
He needs to tame it.
It looks so messy all the time. I just can't stop staring at it. I know I'm whining about it, but damn.
Remember the days of NXT when he had it really short, but he still had
really
the beard?
short, no beard.
Like
a beard like me,
Yeah, he had a light beard. Yeah, that's a fine look there. Because now when he wrestles, it gets really, really bushy, and his bald spot shows up.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know. I just it was an observation. I'm not saying you should do anything. I'm just an observation.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Let's see. And then
he did draw a pretty good deal. He did draw.
I was gonna say, yeah, this is also when Sami is told that if he does agree to go to SmackDown, that upon arrival, he will be the #1 contender for the winner of the John Cena Randy Orton match, the undisputed title. Sami should be like, "Thank you, sir. Appreciate that." Gonna head over there. Can we cut the segment, please? I don't want anyone to see these things. I don't know. He should have cut the deal. So that's a good deal.
Are you kidding me? It's a great deal.
Becky Lynch comes out to the ring and she's got some news for us. She did some research. Bayley was injured pre-WrestleMania, and she looked at the highs, the lows. She investigated everything, and the news is in. Becky did it. Becky took out Bayley.
I did it.
I did it. Another Irish lass out there. Yeah, she said she did it, and that the only reason is that Bayley has been attacking her since 2019, and
got a point.
She does have a point there. And that the reason why she took out Lyra is because she said the enemy of an enemy is a friend, and the same is true in the opposite.
Yes.
So the friend of my friend is my enemy.
The friend of my enemy is my enemy.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The friend of my friend is my enemy.
The friend of my enemy is my enemy.
Anyways, basically, Lyra teamed with Bayley. That pissed Becky off, and she's like, "Nah, coming out." And she said, "You wouldn't have won those tag titles if it wasn't for me." And Lyra, God bless her soul, she comes out to the ring and, "Bayley, how dare you say that I'm looking up to you? I have always looked up to you." She is reading this. She's good at memorization and if she's doing this just off the top of her head, it just sounded like she was reading a script. Word for word, like the entire thing. Like, how can you do this to me when I've been there for you? And I'm just like, Lyra, girl, chill. So,
but on the positive note, this is the best work she's done in the ring on microphone the whole time on the main roster.
It's the only work she's done on the microphone.
I haven't seen any work she's done on NXT. I wasn't watching at the time.
Yeah,
but this is the best main roster work she's done.
Well, yeah, until she starts getting the what treatment from the fans.
Oh, but you know what? She battled through. I got to give her props for
that. She did. Becky says she's out here to fight. She says she's out here to fight for what matters here in Kansas City, and that's when Becky runs away. They basically brawl. Lyra sends Becky packing. So as Lyra's celebrating, Becky comes out and attacks her again. A new WWE trope they like to do.
That was awesome. I love it.
Hey, but it's something they're doing a lot, where it's like somebody
Yeah.
celebrating and they're like, "Yeah, you're gone. Wow, you're
Yeah.
back."
Yeah.
It's just something to me. I'm like, huh.
Don't play it out.
Yeah, just don't take the thing from 3 weeks ago and put new names in there. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not a template, as I'm saying. Always change this shit up.
Yeah.
Backstage, Nick Aldis is backstage with Penta. He says, Penta, next week, you're going to get a match versus JD McDonough. In walks Chad Gable, and he tells Penta, he says, my favorite part of WrestleMania wasn't seeing you, Penta. It was seeing El Grande Americano beat your brother Phoenix. Or sorry, as WWE like to call him, Phoenix.
Yeah, it changes on who's pronouncing it.
That's true. So it looks like we're getting Lucha Brothers are joining forces sometime soon.
Yeah. Can we just say that anytime someone says pendejo on the microphone, I lose it? Yeah. Go.
All the censors out there like, what did he say?
Yeah. I'm in there for it. Yeah.
What was that? Oh,
like
no, it's in a different language. They don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and Penta's known for cursing in ring. I can't wait for him and Dominic to get into a cursing battle in Spanish in the ring. That's going to be epic.
It's just like WWE's like, why are we getting all these fines?
Yeah,
what? You have so many curse words on you.
These phone calls. Why are you getting these phone calls?
What?
Mexican mothers are losing their shit.
Next up, we have a Rusev video package. It's hard to say Rusev again. I wrote down Mira like 3 times. But he says
you know why? Because it's not Rusev up there. It's the Redeemer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He says he's realized that he's no longer here to fight for a woman or a flag. It's pretty much the same thing he said at one point in AEW, and he's free to crush people no matter what, not because he was told to, because he wanted to. So I mean, I know, whatever, I guess it's cool.
Yeah.
Just I don't know, Rusev, to me, he's got a real uphill battle because like it's just the creative thing. Creative killed him in AEW, and that just he just got kind of bleh.
I
he's
think,
cool, but he was like bleh.
Yeah, no, I think the creative was all on him. I think Tony Khan liked the idea of this Redeemer person. I think he liked
before that he was like the video game character.
Yeah, I think that's all him. I think he came up with it. And they were like, no, maybe you should switch it up. Be a little bit tougher. Okay, I could be a Redeemer. Good idea. Roll with it. Okay, and it didn't go anywhere.
I kind of like the video game player, because he was just like big buff dude who has an inheritance, who just plays video games all day.
Game over. Hadouken.
Yeah, add some pot to the mix. I think it would have been perfect. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It seemed a little weird. It seemed a little off. I was like, something's not right here. You add some pot to it, would have all made sense. Been like,
yeah, a Mountain Dew singlet.
Exactly. Next up, Ivy Nile versus Stephanie Vicaire.
How dare you forget her name?
It's a good match. I don't know. Stephanie Vicaire kind of okay. She's very good looking. She's very pretty. But I will say this: sometimes she reminds me of Pennywise the Clown. Just saying. Just saying.
What?
Like it's her smile.
Her smile goes into your house
ear to ear.
Kill you.
Her smile goes from ear to ear, and it's like this Pennywise smile. It kind of creeps me out sometimes.
And you know what she's doing too? She's doing this thing where she's living the dream, because she's always talking about, this is my dream to be here. It's my dream. So she marks out on being there in the middle of the ring, like, yeah, but then she's like, wait, I'm supposed to be rough. Yeah, she goes. You can see it, like the smiles crack, and then she breaking character.
Ivy Nile, though, I mean, I don't know. I feel like she's one of those people that's like, she's really underrated.
She is. Was she being a little stiff? They were both being a little stiff.
Maybe they're both being a little stiff, But Ivy Nile can go. There was a cool dragon screw spot out of the corner.
She yanked her leg out of her knee and her hip.
Oof. Stephanie gets her finisher off, which was like just a backbreaker into her knee. The dragon screw looked worse than the backbreaker. Just saying.
It did. Yeah, that backbreaker I'm not a big fan of. I like her.
Might need to come up with a new finisher. Okay.
Yeah. One thing I did like about Ivy, the way she sold the second Devil's Kiss. Is that what they're calling it?
I think so. Yeah.
Where she just went limp with her hands, because usually they slap the ring.
Yeah.
Right. And then on like 5, she just goes limp. Like, wow, she actually made that look killer.
And then, like I said, yeah, she got the pin and the win. Next up, we have AJ Styles backstage talking to Nick Aldis, who, by the way, Nick Aldis is filling in this week for Adam Pearce because apparently there needs to be management there. Can't just let these wrestlers run the show. Everyone comes out, they're like, I'm the GM. No, I'm the GM. I'm making matches. Doesn't work. Even though Triple H is right there every single night.
Yeah.
Just saying. So he's backstage talking to Nick Aldis. In walks Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio and Raquel Rodriguez. Liv says she needs some time off to go film a big Hollywood movie, which is apparently a true story.
Yes.
She's actually taking time off to go film a movie. The only thing I've heard is that it's apparently, according to sources, a big dramatic role.
Yikes! What? Okay.
Yeah, not like a Scream Queen horror flick, not Scary Movie 6, which I've heard some things, and that actually kind of seems interesting.
It's not being a stunt double for Jessica Alba.
It's not. No. Apparently, she's going to be in an actual movie. But with this request, another request is made. Dominic Mysterio asks, "Hey, I need some time off too. I'm the champion. I can do what I want." And no, his request is denied. And he pisses off AJ by making a comment about how old he is.
Wait, I have an issue with this.
What's that?
Okay. The reasoning behind Dominic being denied was because the champion has to be here to defend their title, and you are a champion, you have to defend your title. Well, isn't Liv a champion? Doesn't she have to defend her title?
But didn't he say with Liv, yes, I've overlooked all your paperwork and it looks good.
So
did
as long
Dominic
as you make
have paperwork? Did Dominic have any paperwork?
He did not.
Was like
it was a verbal. It was a verbal request. Yeah, verbal request. I hear you, but still, the reasoning behind it.
Dom.
Oh listen. No, Liv is out here making money for WWE. Yeah. You're
Dom,
not.
Dom has to open up the WWE app, go to time off, click this date through this day, and it needs to be 6 weeks ahead. I'm sorry, Dom. They should have said something like, "Sorry, we need at least 6 weeks notice."
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
That would have been funny. So yeah, looks like we're gonna have AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio sometime soon.
No,
Pat McAfee. Then we cut back to the ring, and Pat McAfee, he comes out. Well, he doesn't come out. He stands on top of the announcer's desk, and he says, "Wow, gee golly, it's good to talk to all of y'all here." And he basically called out Gunther. Basically wants Gunther to come back from his suspension so he could fight him. But he says because after last week, he had to stand by Michael Cole, and he is one thing that he wants to be known for in this life.
Same motherfucker.
Yes, but also being someone to stand by his friends. He is a loyal mother effer.
And to donate to hospitals and multiple LGBTQ communities.
He was like LGBTQ communities.
Yeah.
He's like, I shouldn't have said that. It was too hard. The syllables together, Q and C.
And then he took a pause. And then
yeah,
neighborhoods.
Okay. Other neighborhoods. But out comes Nick Aldis. He says, I had a feeling this was going to happen. That's why he's spoken to Adam Pearce, and he cannot allow Gunther to come back until there's a sanctioned match between the two men at Backlash, because they can't just be fighting all over the place.
Yeah,
that can't happen. No, not here. Not on Raw. That never happens here. Anyways, next up we have Sami Zayn still backstage. He talks to Jey Uso a little bit, but after Jey Uso is taken out by Logan Paul. What? Oh my God. I don't know.
See, even you forgot Killer Cross over here.
Oh yeah. The Killer Cross thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But
everybody forgets. Even Triple H
doing? What is he doing? Is he like did it say Killer Cross on his title?
No, I don't think so.
No, I think it's a curing. But.
Yeah, but that guy's totally the devil on your shoulder for everyone.
Yeah, you know who I thought of? What's that guy from TNA who was like way older, but he was like the devil, a sinister minister.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about. He always wore
and had like a long goatee. Yes. Not like a fit wrestler version.
Young, yeah.
But always trying to quit. But like it's got to work eventually. It
hasn't worked on anybody yet.
I know. He's like, come on, do the right thing, but.
Well, Miz kind of turned, right?
I guess.
Because now Miz is, on the bad side again? Was it Kieran's doing? Oh, he kind of forced them into it.
Yeah, he forced him into the group.
Yeah.
Next week on Raw, it looks like we're going to get the return of Rusev in the ring. He's taking on Otis, and Penta is taking on a JD McDonough. Then we have not our final segment of the night leading to the final match. Seth Rollins comes out to the ring. He calls Sami Zayn down, and he says, Sami, it's now time for you to make a decision. And Sami Zayn looked at him in the eyes and goes, hey, Rock, go fuck yourself. No, he didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
He came out to the ring and, he says, Seth, when have you ever known me to take the easy way out? When have you ever known me to do that? And that's why I cannot take this offer. And I'm going to win the world title one day. And it's going to be because I earned it.
Very impassionate.
But that's when he tells Seth Rollins to go to hell, which was kind of like the, hey, Rock, go fuck yourself in like the on TV version, Yeah. Out comes Braun Breaker, and it looks like we're gonna get an impromptu match: Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn in our main event. Good thing that he said no, because they would have had like 20 minutes of the show to fill.
You know what, Seth? I will take the offer. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Otis,
roll the credits. Roll the credits.
Otis Tozawa versus
somebody. Is Rusev here? Where's Rusev?
Yeah. Rusev.
I cannot. I'm redeeming.
So Braun's in the ring, and I swear every time he's yelling, he sounds like Scott Steiner having an aneurysm. I'm like, oh my God, chill, dude. But it's funny because he sounds just like Scott when he's yelling.
He does.
I can't get over it. Sami takes most of this match. He hit a very nice tornado DDT spot. Braun hits a Frankensteiner to Sami off the top. As Sami goes for the Huluva kick, though, Braun hits him with a spear. Rollins gives him a nod. He gets speared again. A third spear, a fourth spear. I believe it was 5 spears in total. And then he got a stomp from Seth Rollins at the end of the match.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you think all this pulling back of the curtain that's been happening in WWE lately, do you think that's contributing to the fans just cheering for whoever? We know their friends backstage. Let's just, cheer for Seth. We'll sing a song. We'll cheer for Braun. We'll have him we'll say, one more time. We'll cheer for Sami, even though he's losing and getting his butt kicked, but he's coming back. Right?
Well, I mean, yeah, yes and no. I don't know, because you see, like back in the 90s, the NWO was like the biggest shiznit around. DX, I mean, they were bad guys for the longest time, and people loved them.
Sure. But I also attribute that to pulling back the curtain a little bit. That's when the internet started exposing a lot of the business. That's when kayfabe language, Carney language came out, and everybody was speaking kayfabe. I think, exposing the business a little bit, not I don't want to, I'm looking for a word, but it changes the way the fans approach the product. Yeah. So it's not cut and dry, black and white, good guy, bad guy. It's, I like who I like. I'm going to just cheer for who I cheer for.
I think people just like to do what they like to do. Sure. And I mean, as in like, Braun Breaker's just super cool. People like doing the Seth chant. Like, it's hard not to. I mean, even when I'm watching, I'm, going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people are always going to do that. People are always going to because it's like the thing to do at wrestling shows. We've been so conditioned to do that. I do say there's a problem, though, with like heels getting just cheered throughout the show.
Yeah.
So,
like they really have to do some. I mean, John Cena was talking mad trash about the fans, and that used to be the easy way to get booed. It used to be, cut and dry. That's what all you gotta do is talk a little bit of shit about the fans, and you're there. You're gonna.
But he kind of put it best on SmackDown last week, kind of saying the same fans who say Cena sucks are the same ones who say let's go Cena.
Yeah.
And it is so ridiculous how that happens nowadays. It's just people just like to do it. People like to do their chants, and they're going to do it. So they paid their money to be like, oh, we got to do all these chants that we saw on TV. So I don't know. It's just like everyone did the Jericho song for the longest time.
Yeah. No, and I mean, just speaking of which, just that Euro crowd, the Cody Rhodes. That's gone. That was there for one day, it's gone.
Yeah, it was there for after Mania, I think, for somebody else.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, it to me, it's just it was for Michael Cole. They did one for
you're right.
Michael Cole. Yeah, I don't know if the internet really contributed. I mean, it probably did. It probably had something to do with it because we're not all just people waiting each week to see what's happened, and say, oh, let's get that newsletter. We go on Twitter now and say who tagged what, who's saying what they said this.
Yeah. Well, nowadays, I used to be all about the dirt sheets and who's coming, who's showing up. Oh, Disco Inferno is going to be there this week. What? He's making it switch to WWF. Disco Inferno is a bad example, but I'm just saying the surprises, right? I always dug the surprises and learning about them earlier. Now I'd rather be surprised during the show. I don't want to know things in advance.
Yeah. I don't want to know things in advance. I actually try not to see any Raw or because depending on when I get off of work, I don't want to see any anything that happened on Raw unless I'm at work all night. Then I'll look at it. So I don't know. So we'll see what happens. What do you think of the show overall?
I like the show. It was pretty fun. The ladies showed out. That was really fun. I like the whole Sami Zayn stuff. Yeah, this was a pretty good show. I would give it a B+. Yeah,
it's a good show. But before we get out of here today, we have one piece of news we want to get into. We want to give a very special congratulations to former WWE superstar Carmella. Is it Leah Vendale? I believe it is. Sure. And Corey Graves, because they're celebrating some big personal news. The couple announced today that former Carmella, is pregnant with their second child.
Oh, she's done. No more wrestling for me.
She's expected to give birth this fall. Their son, Dimitri, was born in November 2023, and Vendale is the stepmother to Graves' 3 kids from a previous marriage. So,
no one now her getting pulled from the roster list. I think she was on the alumni roster list. I'm not too sure, but she got completely yanked from.
She's put me in that the well, I guess alumni would be fine, right?
Yeah. But she got pulled from some roster list. And this makes sense now. We know why. She's not coming back anytime soon. She's done.
So I mean, but she's not. She might be done in wrestling, but a new chapter in life opens up.
Yeah, congratulations.
Maybe a bigger, brighter, longer chapter, So, congratulations. Anyways, we're gonna get out of here. For City Wrestling Radio, I am Corey Smith,
and we will
see you next time. Take care and have a wonderful day.